All right, everybody, here we go. It is me, Gregory Mannarino. This is my newest segment of Markets, a lovely look ahead, and it's always just so lovely. Let's talk about what's happening here. First of all, markets are closed tomorrow. Nothing going on here, so Tuesday is when trading resumes. Let's set the scene here so we can get a picture as to what's going on. Number one, we have a Federal Reserve that is hyperinflating. And I mean hyperinflating by design. A deliberate, engineered shutdown of the global economy to kill money velocity so they could go on a money printing binge unlike anything we've ever seen in the history of the world and beyond. Again, by design. Kill the economy. This is how powerful the Federal Reserve is. Okay, through some kind of a black ops mechanism, they shut down the world economy to allow them to finish their 100-year plan to be the lender and buyer of last resort so they can own the world. That plan is going exactly according to their design. So they're hyperinflating, they're buying it all. This is very stock market positive, obviously. It's a wealth transfer mechanism that is occurring right now. The creation of a grand, horrible two-tier society. Goodbye, middle class. That was the title of the video I did on Friday. Okay, let's move forward here. Crude oil is getting bid higher. We put on 18% in just the last couple of weeks. It's pretty epic. Crude oil is massively overvalued at this point, according to my view. But that's not going to stop it from, again, moving higher. It's going to waver around, but the trajectory here for crude is up. Period, the end. So between the Federal Reserve buying everything, we understand that the banks, the Wall Street banks, are getting trillions of dollars. Okay, they're going to use that money to buy the market. Deregulation, President Trump signed Wall Street deregulation by decree. Stock market positive again. All right. The Fed is funneling trillions around the world to other central banks that are buying assets. It's a takeover. It's a freaking takeover. Seriously. So with that said, let's go back to the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield, I don't like it. I don't like where it is despite all of these pieces in place. And why? We're back to what we've been hearing for years. It's the China trade deal. There was never a deal. You know that. I've covered it to the point of nauseum. That's the truth. But the market's starting to realize, hey, hold on a minute. We're not getting anything done here. There does not appear to be any progress, and this is rattling the markets. You got threats from President Trump. You got threats from China. It doesn't look good, and this is rattling the markets. Henceforth, why the 10-year yield is doing what it's doing. If they manage to do what they always do, and that is do a 180, all of a sudden, this could happen today. This could happen tomorrow. Prior to the market open on Tuesday, all of a sudden, oh yeah, guess what? I got another beautiful letter, or maybe 3 or 4, and this time it's great, and the deal's going to move forward, and then we're going to have a phase 2. I mean, you can't make it up, but that's what they're going to do. Something like that to push stocks up. Every other piece is in place. Everything else right now, again, if they can manage, and they probably will, you know that, to jawbone, create some kind of a fake story that'll be propagated from the president on down with regard to, oh, guess what, everyone? We've agreed to cooperate again for the millionth time. Of course, it's not going to be true at all. They're going to tell us that the deal is back on and they're going to buy products and things are great. Won't be true. But it might be enough for the stock market to get a little bit of a sigh of relief. And how will you be able to see that sigh of relief? Not from the stock market itself, which, can move around all over the place, but by the debt market. The sigh of relief is easy to see. You look at the 10-year yield. Right now we're about 0.66, 0.67. We don't want to see this drop. We really, despite the fact, again, that the Fed is buying it all, having the Wall Street banks get in here and buy more. The New York Fed, they have a trading desk. They're buying everything too. This trade deal is a big deal to the market. It's a big deal to the market. And again, it's a do-nothing administration. I'm not picking on President Trump because they're all do-nothing administrations. All that's been going on here since President Obama, is allowing the Federal Reserve to reach their final goal, to be the lender, buyer, and owner of it all. And, I really did hope that President Trump was going to be the man to turn it around, but all he did was take Obama's playbook and amplify it to the highest order. And the Federal Reserve could not be happier. And you got members of Congress calling for more debt. You got Fed presidents saying, hey, yeah, we got the cash. How much do you need? They just want to keep pumping and pumping. That's why they killed the economy, to allow this mechanism to take place. You know that. It's so twisted. It's diabolic is what it is. It's freaking diabolic. And it's a takeover. Who needs armies when you have an entity controlling the world reserve currency, who can do whatever they want to, whenever they want to, and period, the end. You don't need armies. This is war. This is a war, people, and we are on the losing end here because we do not have one single politician who is not on the take, who is not part of this scheme. Maybe they're all being forced to do it. I really think that's true. I mean, they're the masters. The central banks, they control the cash. They are the masters of the world. Presidents, kings, queens, monarchs, or dictators, they are nothing. Nothing. And they're just mouthpieces for the people. Hey, look, let's put someone out here for people to believe in. We'll pull the strings and it'll just work out fine. And that's exactly what is going on here. Presidents are puppets. Kings, queens, monarchs, dictators, they're all freaking puppets of the central bankers who run the world. And what we're seeing now with the Fed funneling trillions of dollars around the entire world to other central banks who are in turn buying assets. I mean, this should be obvious to you. This is a takeover. And standing armies can't do anything about it. Not one single thing. We're just sitting back and we're allowing this to happen. And this new world order, I mean, hashtag alone together. Hashtag we're all in this together. Hashtag the new normal. These are new world order catchphrases, all right? And they're being forced on you with some beautiful music behind it on the TV commercials to kind of lull you into a sense of acceptance. Don't you see what's going on? This is a new world order. The hub right here in the United States. And these commercials with these celebrities and all this stuff, it's incredible to watch this unfold, but that's it. These catchphrases, and there's probably going to be more, again, alone together. We're all in this together. We're alone together, but we're all in this together as well at the same time. And then this is the new normal. You got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. But people are going to be lulled, as they usually are, into a sense of acceptance as this global takeover manifests itself. And believe me on this one. Believe me on this one. You're going to watch your liberties and freedoms be stolen right from under your nose and as you are lulled into a state of acceptance. What a twisted situation we are in. Anyway, so in summary here real quick, all the pieces are in place for this market to go up. This failed, or this it couldn't fail because it never existed. Phase 1 trade deal, like I said, it just never happened. So I can't call it a failed deal because it was just a charade. It was a photo op by the president, period, the end. And it's embarrassing. It really is. Personally, I think all of them should resign from the president on down. And they should admit to us that, hey, you know what? We're just puppets here. We're just going to allow this hideous thing to manifest itself. And that is the Federal Reserve, who is now the ruler of the entire world. When you see Yellowstain himself, when you see Fed presidents out there, realize who you're looking at. The people that actually do run the world, along with the Wall Street banks. Jamie Dimon, he is obviously one of those. All the CEOs of the Wall Street banks, they run the Fed. I mean, look, it's just twisted. All right, look, I'm out of here. Awfully long video. Love you a lot. I will not see you tomorrow, although I might put out a hot rod video. I'm going to some cruise meet on Las Vegas Boulevard for Memorial Day. We're going to cruise the boulevard in our classic cars. I'm looking forward to doing that. All right, with that said, again, I'm out here. This guy loves you a lot. Please share the video. See you later.